told you you ain't got no business coming out your establishment.
Yeah. You ain't got no business coming out here telling me to do nothing.
Let me ask you a question. Out of all the places that you wanted to be, why the East Side?
Everywhere I go, I like the hood. There's so much money in the hood.
Okay.
A lot of people don't even understand it.
Let me get my thought together. Ray Brown 44619.
Hell of a number.
That's a hell of a number. What do that mean?
That's what you said, a number.
Okay.
Change your name to a number.
So the only way they change your name to a number is in the penitentiary.
Penitentiary. You ain't no longer Ray Brown. If you want to be Ray Brown, you can be Ray Brown 44619. Don't forget the 44619.
Oh, you got to put that on there.
Yeah.
When they
When they bust your doors, inmate 44619, report over here. Inmate 44619, report over here. Report over here. Don't forget your number.
So how that happen?
What do you mean? How did it happen?
Yeah, how'd you end up Ray Brown 44619 instead of just Ray Brown?
Trying to be the local pharmacy.
Okay. That's the local D boy. If y'all don't know. All right.
Neighborhood pharmacy.
Okay, so how much time did you get?
I ended up getting my first time I did it. First time I went for 2 years. Then the next time I went for 3 years. And then when I got out this time, I got out. I got back into the same thing. It's a revolving door. If you ain't ready to get out, you don't blame nobody.
You told me about a sentence that they gave you.
That's the third time I went, and then
what they gave you?
They gave me 3 life sentences.
3 life sentences.
Yes.
I can't deal with 1 life sentence. I can't deal with a half a life sentence. How you stand in front of the judge and receive that?
Well, just stand up there. You can't. What can you do?
What can you do?
He hollering 3 life sentences. Then that day in the courtroom, what made me really, really was my mama. She was there. When she heard your mom sitting there, and she heard your son, the woman that birthed you into the world, brung you into the world. You thought that she can protect you from anybody.
She can't protect you from that.
No. Judge said 3 life sentences, escort him in the back. She jumps up hollering, crying, trying to get to me.
Trying to hug you.
Yeah, they pushing you on the way.
Can't even hug her baby.
Now you belong to the Department of Corrections. No more am I Laura Brown, my mother. I belong to the DOC now, Department of Corrections.
That's rough.
So you got to understand that's how many years it took off. Every year I'm doing it took time off my mother's life.
So she doing the time with you.
Yeah, she doing it.
She doing the time with her baby.
Yeah. Because when all the other phone calls run out, you can still call mama.
That's right. That's right.
She gonna still tell you what you should have done.
Like, Mom in there now, baby. But
yeah.
Because she still feel that, and she doing that every day with you. Now, from 3 life sentences, you here with us. How you end up here with us? Because from 3 life sentences,
my family's not rich and we're not poor neither. So,
right.
But they wouldn't giving up on me.
Okay.
So they kept going back and forth to court, spending their money, kept going back and forth to court, and finally the judge just said, tell your parents now to save their money.
Okay.
You're not gonna get out until I die. I die first before you get out.
That's judge say I die first before you get out.
Yeah. 6 months later, she died.
I was about to say, did she die?
Yeah.
Because you here.
You see me here. You see me here right now. We went back to court after. I can remember it like it was yesterday. I was on the yard. I coming in from the yard, cut the TV on. They said Judge Royce had died today.
And you went to work. You got on the phone.
Let me out of here.
Hey, she gone. Yeah, put something in effect. Yeah. Get me up out of here. Yeah. So, okay. So, this is Kansas. So, when they release you, sometimes they don't release you or they don't let you stay in the state or the city that you was released. That you from. So,
the head DA came to the hearing.
Okay.
And she couldn't stop me from getting out.
Okay.
She said, "Well, I'm not gonna let him back in the state."
So he got to go somewhere.
Yeah.
So why Oklahoma? You could have went to
my
Nebraska.
My brother had Justice Fashions down there.
Colorado. Okay.
Oklahoma.
Justice Fashions on 23rd.
Yeah.
I remember meeting your brother. Yeah. Right. And you came. Okay, I remember you came later. Your brother corporate, you know, real mannerable, charming, trying to all the above, upstanding citizen in any city, right?
Yeah.
Then here you come, rough around the edges, straight out the penitentiary, fresh out. I think you had a perm at the time. You was
put the perm on.
You were gonna right. We like, I don't know if you can keep doing the perm around here.
I'm walking up and down the street.
Okay.
Walking. That's how I met Russell Perry.
Okay.
Didn't know who he was.
Russell Perry. So you didn't even know who Russell Perry?
I didn't know who he was. I was walking. I guess he see me because I had to walk past the station every day.
Oh yeah, cause for the stores.
I stayed there. I had to walk past the station every day. I'm just walking, so they just, I guess my brother told him something about me, and he just happened to stop me and say, "Hey, young man, how you doing?" I was talking to him for a minute. I didn't know who he was. He just said, and then he went back and then told Kevin,
his son.
Kevin Perry. He gonna say that young man is different from his brother.
Yeah, the streets knew you was different from your brother too, but in a positive way. Yeah. Russell Perry, who is really one of the most successful men really in America, period, in this city, to say that you different than your brother or the rest.
Well, because if you look at it, he worked for everything he had.
Pulled it up from his bootstraps.
So, real recognized real.
And you was a hustler. He was a hustler.
Gave him something too. He was kind of hard. I call it the ladder of success. Everybody everybody can walk up the ladder. That's why you see people sometimes when they fall, like in this corona thing, when people fall down, hit the bottom, they kill themselves. They never, because their family put them up top. So they miss 10 steps. So if you miss 10 steps over your life, you don't know how to get back up. You don't know how to jump back up to the 10.
Never dealt with that adversity.
But where you started, we started at the bottom. So every time we fall, we can climb right back up real quick. We know how to get up.
We know how to operate down here.
Yeah, we know how to operate.
In the valley.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why the governor almost had to come take my keys for me to close. You would have to come take my keys for me to close. I come from the bottom. I'm not just going to close.
Right. You got to figure it out.
You got to figure
it out. Okay. So from the transition from Wichita to Oklahoma City, now you here. How was that transition and plugging into the city and the new politics and the new people, the new rhythm?
It was one of the hardest things that I done, but I know I had to do it.
Okay. You was forced to be there.
Yeah. So, and I recommend anybody to change, or say it now, change playgrounds and change playmates.
Change playgrounds and change playmates. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Explain that.
Well, you got to get away from the old you to find the new you.
Kind of like being reborn again in Christianity.
If you get out and go back to the same thing, you get the same results.
Same environment, same game, same playground.
Yeah, same playground. You're going to end up with the same playmates. You're going to get the same results.
Okay. I heard you say you told me somebody seen you picking up a penny.
Yeah, somebody seen me picking up a penny. They laughed at it.
They laughed at you?
Yeah, laughed at it. I told them, I stopped them and told them I ain't never seen $1 without that penny.
I ain't never seen $1 without that penny. Got to have that penny in the dollar.
Got to have that penny to make that dollar.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so now when I seen you, so in the store, y'all was in the middle of Oklahoma City, now 23rd. Y'all selling clothes, y'all selling CDs, y'all selling tickets to events. What gave you the spark to want to do, was it Hit 'em Up Productions?
Yeah.
To start doing promotions, parties, concerts.
It reminded me of the dope game.
Oh.
It was just so much money that I eventually had to go get my money machine.
Really?
Yeah, I had to go get my money machine what I used to count the drug money with.
So you got that feeling back.
Yeah. I had never got the feeling away from the dope game. It was just so much money that I was running through.
Yeah, it's hard to operate. It's just like it's hard for a stripper to make $700 a night and then go make $7 an hour somewhere. So if you're used to a certain lifestyle and level, it's hard to go back.
Before I could ever get on my feet to even get to job, I had to work. I worked at Brahms.
Okay.
I worked at Iron Skillet.
Now wait a minute.
At the Waffle House.
Now wait a minute. That was after.
Yeah.
Because you had a stint here.
Yeah.
Where you went back to jail, or you went to jail in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, I went to jail in Oklahoma City.
Okay. So what was it? A year, 2 years? I think
I did a year.
You did a year.
Told them that they sent me through a drug program.
Okay. So you worked the system, got out, but you still maintained
Scissor Hands, rest in peace, Freddie.
Okay, Freddie.
Yeah. And then Scissor Hands took control of the thing while I was gone.
Okay. Now, how did you end up with the store? Your brother had the store. You was working with your brother in the store.
Yeah.
Right. And then your brother, he went back to Wichita. He had to leave. Yeah. So it left you with the store, and you was forced to learn business.
I was forced to
hands
learn.
on.
Yeah. Before I got out, I had talked to an old school inside the penitentiary.
Okay.
And he the one that informed me. He said, "Young cat, you don't have to sell the drugs. You can run a business. If you running a dope business, you can run
a regular business, corporate business."
He said, you still got people working for you.
Right.
You still got supervisors. You still got managers.
Mm-hmm.
The other way, they was calling them lieutenants out there when we did it.
Right.
But these are managers. Let's put another put the corporate title on.
Structure, infrastructure.
Yeah.
So you just had to move it into another arena.
I had to move into another arena, and you're doing it every day when you're on the street anyway. So transformation is really kind of easy.
Okay. So
if
now
you're used to working in that position.
So from y'all having a store, did y'all already buy the building when you first came, or y'all bought it after you rented it?
My brother bought it.
Oh, he bought it from the beginning.
Yeah, he bought it from the beginning.
So
dude lost the building in a dice game.
Dude lost the building in a dice game.
Yeah.
Why wasn't I in that dice game? Okay.
That's how we get the building.
That's how you get the building. Okay, so now you learning. Now you got tenants, right? So you learning basically real estate.
Learning real estate. I was learning real estate. I was learning the promotion.
Okay.
I was learning the concerts. I was learning so much so fast.
All right. So, and I remember that, and we're gonna come back to this because I remember you saying, "I'm only getting the door. Every show, every event, I'm just getting the door. If I could get a piece of that bar."
Yeah.
All right. And I remember sometimes you would say, "Man, and it'll be packed, 1,500, 2,000 people. You know, if you did a big one, 5,000 people, and you say, D, I broke even, or I lost $50. I'm like, you couldn't have lost, but it was the overhead.
It's the overhead.
And you just had the door, but if you had that bar to push it on up to the next level, I remember you saying that. So in your transition and you plugging into this city, you had some clumsy moments, even with us. So you playing the street side, right? Because you a street nigga. You playing the street side. How is that plugging in or navigating through a new city with us?
It was hard at first, you know what I'm saying? I had to talk to my Big Henry, you know him.
Right.
Buddy, Corn, you. A lot of other people came into me, and, it was a battle. Even me and you trying to tell me some stuff that can really make work.
Right.
I'm looking at you, I don't know you, nigga.
Got you. so there was
for you to tell me to go, let's go put $5,000 or $6,000 over here, and I'm looking at like, Oklahoma City back in legs. I don't know how to get mine back if I lose it.
Right. And plus, it was some politics, and it was some, let me just keep it straight, it was some gangsterism. We and you almost went to blows. I remember, Young Fool, I remember Terry. It was a few, and then outside of my circle, there was a few other circles that wanted to get you, right? So a lot of niggas wanted to get you, but you was rough around the edges, and you was trying to plug in, and people knew that you could make something happen. And it was almost like everything you touched, I don't know if it turned to gold, but it definitely went
from... It looked like it was gold.
Even if it looked like it was gold. Hey, like the old man say, hey, what it is, pimp, what it look like. It is what it look like.
I learned how to take them numbers that I was putting in and really made it go. I just had to figure out my budget and what to do and what not to do. Right.
And you know what? I think it was a little bit of hesitation because you was in the middle of the city, right?
Yeah.
And that's where we went to get our clothes, our CDs, our fashions, right? And we knew that you was making it happen. You was making something happen, right? So you was valuable in a way somewhere. So we can't just go beat the dude up every Tuesday.
The city had the hour. The city had the hour.
Right. So, all right. So let's go back to what I was saying before. You always wanted the bar, and I remember you called me and said, "I got a place." And I said, well, what you got? It's on the east side. And I got the door, I got the bar, and I'm going to do some food.
Yeah, I had to figure out the next element to make it work.
To promotions and, right.
The kitchen.
The kitchen.
Kitchen set it off all the way. I'd already been looking at a food part. The food was going to bring me in, going to take me over the top. So
at Brahms, Petro, and Waffle House, you was cooking?
Yeah, I was cooking. So I'm seeing that food is valuable.
Okay.
I'm seeing that you can come in there.
Definitely repeat customers, because we need that every day.
I learned that you're going to get more food customers than actually liquor customers. I learned that you can run the food part when the liquor and the dough ain't doing no good. You still making money.
You still making money because you started out in your mind. Your approach was a club with some food.
Yeah,
right.
They made me switch to.
They made you switch because they did.
They gave me the idea.
They gave you the idea.
They didn't know they gave me the idea.
Okay, so you became a restaurant.
Yeah, because they said, well, you put this. They didn't want me to open this club, so they thought they were gonna shut the whole deal down.
Oh, so you became an event center.
We had a daycare on this side and a church across the street.
Oh, you mean in the same
plaza? Can't be in the same area. Can't be. I think it was what's that?
So many feet.
So many feet apart where the club can't operate. So they already they just came in. They scratched it.
Okay. So how'd you get past it?
I had a lawyer. He told me put the restaurant in. It's already said you already got the hood in and everything. Open the restaurant up. Now you're a restaurant. You're not a club.
Now, people need to maybe hear something like that because that's you getting through the trials and tribulations. That's you figuring it out.
Yeah. Getting
to the next move to make it, to accomplish what your goal is. Where you get that spirit from? Is that from your parents? Just on the streets? Who gave you that entrepreneur spirit?
My mom, you know what I'm saying? How, during her divorce of my father, how she had 5 kids, how she, working at a barbershop. Okay. She had to put us through school. She had to go through school herself and still managed to get us through school. And we had to drop us off at our grandma's house. So she was just.
So you watching a strong person as you grow up.
Yeah. I seen her, she made sure all 5 of us ate, and she didn't eat. It's a lot of nights she didn't eat.
Okay. So this gave you the spirit of get it.
Yeah.
So you got to get it. By all means. And you know what? I had to correct some people sometimes because I even felt this way. When a black man is a cunning, firm, shrewd businessman, then in their mind he's slimy or grimy or an asshole first. Suge Knight, or they think you're a cheat or you're doing something, but you just saying, hey, these are the numbers, this is what I want. Well, man,
I make a contract, these are the numbers, that's what I want. You read the contract, you sign the contract. Don't get mad at the end of the day when we did good. And I'm stacking mine over here, and you stacking yours over here.
So they want to verbally change the contract.
Yeah, they get mad and want to force the contract.
They want to force it and fight.
Yeah, they don't do everything else because don't count mine.
Okay, so from your, let's just say street, you never left that. So from the street or dirty or grimy start, how did you make the corporate transition?
Made the corporate transition. I kept looking at Kevin Perry's, different people,
just other business owners,
people that was, I try to go to a business meeting with a jersey on.
Oh.
That's what I knew.
You walked on the football field with some basketball shorts.
I ran ice just a fact. I tried to go in there with a football gear.
Right, gotcha.
I'm thinking this is, this is the right thing.
This is the hustle. This is the same thing, ain't
it? Yeah, the same thing. So, Mark, Mark Fleming.
Mark Fleming, your partner. Mark Fleming is your partner now. Yeah. So how did that? And Mark used to sit in the corner over there. I remember y'all was roommates at one time, and he used to sit in the corner and just observe.
Just observe. Never did know that. I actually he just over there.
Okay.
I didn't know what you was doing over there. He just had his computer just there. He was very observant, and he was seeing how Mark is a adversary. He look at how it's going, how the future gonna be.
Okay.
You don't look at it from day to day.
Forward thinker. Yeah. Forward thinker, critical thinker.
I call people like that. They play chess, not checkers.
Okay. So, what Mark graduated from Langston? Langston. Yeah. So, you be in the forefront, in the light.
Yeah.
So now Mark comes in and gives you a a corporate face?
Give a corporate face, a whole corporate look. He involved me out in Langston. I was a transportation officer out there.
Okay.
I brought in the Boosies. I brought in the Trinas. I brought in the Kevin Harts.
Okay. So from the Langston, how did he segue into the business of ice?
We become good friends, real good friends. One of my other partners that was involved in business, brother died. Okay. So he needed to be bought out at the time.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So back to streets. So you made, so
I didn't want to bring another
street element.
Yeah, I could have did it.
I got it. So Ice has some street beginnings.
Yeah.
Right. So now we're making the transition to corporate. So with corporate, you said something from the shining to living in the dark.
It's a transformation that I didn't want to make. Okay. I had to fight myself every night. This was my baby. Okay. When I brought Mark in, he didn't come in on the ground level. Right. He didn't come in when I'm pulling carpet off the floor. Right. From
the start of it, and the heart of it.
Yeah. My sweat is in it. Yeah. So he didn't come in on that part.
So what made you allow that?
So I had to allow it. Okay. He's going to move it into the next generation that it needs to go in. Uh-huh. I no longer could do the strip shows, do all the gangster parties, all this.
Right, because we just get mad at you.
The police is on.
Right, because you would throw a Crip convention with a Crip walk contest,
all that,
with Looney Coleon performing and Dub C judging the contest. We'd be like, you gonna get everybody killed.
Yeah, but everybody was in it.
And Ray, you was so bad. You'd be like, hey, nigga, they fight at 11 o'clock. Now I got an early night. Nigga, they kill each other. We go on to the house. I'm like, you can't do that to our city. True businessman, get to the business. So all right.
So when you asked me that, I had to switch over.
And Mark's, I don't mean to cut you off. I'm just trying to put it in perspective. That ain't necessarily Mark's image and lane. That was your lane. He didn't want that, so I
had to let it go so he can come in. It wasn't no in between.
No in between.
Corporate and gangster.
You had to decide.
I had to decide.
Let you clean this up, or the perception.
We wouldn't even be here right now. The police ready to close us down.
Oh. So is it hard? And you used that phrase, and I said it a minute ago. You said living in the same room.
You ever been in the light? You've been in the limelight all this time. Now you got to cut the lights out. Let somebody else take over. Still sitting there. You got to still sit in the dark and see your way through.
But you still the engine. So you the engine, and somebody like Mark or the corporate face is the cosmetics, the paint job, the rims, right?
And he's doing a real good job.
He's doing a real good job. Yeah,
it's changed the whole image, brought all different peoples in here that you never would have thought that was going to swarm down. They never come to ice.
And you know what? We try to teach
on the east side.
And I'm not just black men, but people can coexist in the same place with different ideas, different understandings, if they can come together for a common goal, like y'all got. I like that. So y'all here now. How's it going now? At this point, you happy with it?
Real good.
Real good.
It's making money.
It's making money. You know what? To me, when I explain to people a success story in Oklahoma, I gotta say Bobos. I gotta say Ray Brown with Ice and Mark Fleming, because I seen the beginning. Even Russell Perry, and we can name a few, but just as black men starting from nothing and having some staying power, like a McDonald's or something, right? So, brother, I appreciate you, and I think we might have a part 2 of this, but we're gonna sit this on them for a minute. Ray Brown, Hit 'em Up Productions, Justice Fashions.
Damn Blackwell.
This is some of our thoughts. We just ask y'all to think about it. Think about it.